Hey, okay, so we understand that the shift, right? The shift in consciousness has to do with this great movement, right? It's planetary movement, and it's not us, right? We're just sometimes you meet people that think or that believe or that tell you actually that the whole shift has to do with humans, right? And yeah, humans are a part of it, right? But it's the planet, the whole universe is conspiring for this to happen, and this has to happen. There's no other way, and there's no way of stopping it, right? And then some people believe that it's only humans, right? And then the Earth stays unchanged, and it's not so, right? The planet is changing its vibration completely, right? And its magnetism and its everything, it's going to turn differently, right? But basically we are in it, and we are so linked to this planet, energy-wise, right? And energetically, if you like, and like the cows are to this grass, right? They're eating. That we are changing with the planet, right? And we have to come to terms with it, because it will happen, whether we like it or not, right? And you can see so many examples, right? You get people saying, well, there's with aerosols and sprays for the past 50 years we've been modifying the ozone or whatever layer, and they talk about global warming, right? And yeah, 50 years, right? But then in one day the planet decides to erupt a volcano, and you've got a cloud of ash that stops a complete continent for 2 weeks or a month, right? And everybody's in complete chaos. So you see how important this whole thing is, and how we are a part of it, and not it is a part of us, right? Though it is like a circular thing, but from a humble point of view, we understand that we're all part of the same thing, right? But sometimes people tend to think that that we bought this planet, right? That we came down and just purchased it, and that we can do anything we like with it, and the planet proves us wrong every now and then, right? Earthquakes or volcanoes or whatever are just Earth movements, right? But with one complete system collapses, right? And this is going to start happening more and more. It's really interesting. Think about it. There's no good or bad, right? Right or wrong. And that's usually a concept created by man, right? In books and through religion and through this system that has to do with the mind, right? So let's go back. For example, 10, 15 years ago was what this movement began to be more notorious, if you like, and as it got to this summit, which we're very close to, right, it started gaining momentum, right? And momentum, it has to do with what I just said, right? I can stand still without thinking, well, okay, I don't want to walk, right? But then I have the intention of walking, right? And my whole body goes into this completely different energy, right? Where I have to just lose my balance, make myself lose balance, right? Lose balance, and I push my hip forward 1 degree, if you like. I start falling, and then I have to put my leg forward, right? Because if not, it's not going to happen, right? If I stay still, I can, right? What I said before. So if the planet, imagine that second of movement, right, where I'm moving forward, and I'm about to move this leg, this huge thing that just happened, right? Imagine I was standing still for 1,000 years, right? Nothing happened, and then suddenly I start thinking, I'm going to move, right? So this whole thing happens, right? I start moving this, my hips are going forward, right? I lose balance, and then this whole displacement, if you want, of this huge body, right? Depending on the point of view, starts happening, right? So it's a huge energy, it's a huge momentum, and it's a huge happening that actually occurred right? In these few seconds. But if you take it off and think about the whole planet, right? Think about the planet, right? Preparing to reach that summit and go over it, right? And go into this other plane or realm. When this happens, right? It's huge. It's enormous, right? So humans, it's impossible that humans are going to remain untouched, right? It's going to happen. So what's happening is everything on the planet which is alive is in communion with the planet, and we're all moving together, right? And what's happening with people nowadays is that, like I said before, 15 years ago, you had activists, right? You had people trying to save the planet, right? So they went out and tried to save the whales, and then went out and tried to save and up to now, right? You've got some guy with a movie screen telling everybody about global warming, not giving many solutions, but well, it's okay. It's a merit or whatever, and everybody's telling everybody like, don't do that, right? But it's really interesting because the activists, what generated was the us, what I call the us and them, right? Energy, right? And many people call it as well. But by creating us and them, by saying they are killing the whales, they are the bad guys, and we are the good guys, they're creating a division, right? And they're creating an us and a them, right? And they're trying to gather as many people as they can on the us side, right? So that the them side change, right? And it's good. It's really interesting. It happened for many years, right? But now the thing is different. Think about it. There's no us and them anymore. It's us, right? We are the bankers. We are the corporations. We are the activists. We are the whale hunters. We are. It's all us, right? We're all the same thing, right? So when you start feeling that, right, thinking, okay, there's no us and them, right? It's like the cow, right? Well, I don't eat cow, for example, now, right? But I used to. Yeah, why not? And I liked it. And I've got a lot of people saying, hey, you eat cows, poor cows, right? And I say, well, if you look at the cow, right, the cow is eating the grass, right? And the grass is alive. I'm actually standing on it, right? So if you start going to such an extent of dividing everything, right, and thinking this is wrong, that's right, and that, well, I know that maybe I eat a burger now, right, but then I'll go into the ground, the grass, I'll become grass, right, and then the cow will come and eat me, right? So it's all a cycle, and basically, apart from telling everybody what to do or what not to do, right? Or I think that what I tend to do is be thankful, right? Just okay. If I eat a piece of chicken, I thank the chicken for becoming part of me, right? And I'll become part of some chicken when I'm gone, right? So it's all part of the same cycle. I obviously don't go out and kill 1,000 chickens, right? And then eat one, right? But and there's where the whole balance comes in, right? And where all the activists come in, and when all the people start thinking, well, are we cutting enough more trees than our share or not? Are they growing back or not? But then it goes up to a limit, right? And we start thinking, well, we are changing the environment. Yeah, well, but the Earth just the Earth blows a volcano and stops Europe for a month, right? In one day. So it's really interesting when you start seeing the force behind the whole thing, and how man has to be part of it, right? And humbly, right? Not think, well, I'm not going to do this because they told me that if not, I become the them, right? There's no us and them. It's just us. And I'll continue in the next clip, right? Because it's getting long. Bye.